Good morning, crochetpreneurs. Happy to see you here today. It is time for Crochet Business Chat. So some of you know or may not know, I don't know. We are coming up on how many years? 11 years of being in the crochet business world for Made with a Twist, Crochetpreneur, all of the things we've been doing here with crochet. And along the way, uh, I have had the blessing of being able to help thousands and thousands of crocheters to turn their love of crochet into an actual rewarding financial enterprise. And we've learned some things along the way. I've learned some things, my clients have learned some things, and I'm going to share some of those secrets with you today. These are going to be, some of them might be things you may hear other places. Some of them might be some things that just are not talked about in the industry. And so I would like to share with you some behind the scenes secrets of thousands of makers' experiences in starting a profitable crochet business. So stick around as we talk about how to build a crochet business that actually makes you money and some tips to help you do that. So if you don't already know, my name is Pamela Grice, the Crochetpreneur. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 makers find financial freedom through crochet. And now if you look at the numbers, as far as the clients we've worked with, the people on our email list, our social media followers, etc., we far exceeded that 100,000 crocheter goal. But people come and go in the industry. Some people thrive and stay, and some people struggle and leave. And so our goal is to continue to help people thrive and stay in the industry. So I hope that you will get to be one of those people. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so that you get notified every time we go live. We do that on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And be sure to like this video so it's spread out to more and more makers so we get more friends joining us. And that helps us keep things rolling here at Crochetpreneur Central. So happy to have you here. Forgive me, I am battling this cold that I've been battling for months. And so I don't quite sound normal, but we'll just do our best to get through it. So how about we get started? Happy to see you all here this morning. We are recording live the Crochet Business Chat podcast. Stick around to the end and I will be available to answer any questions that you might have. Or if you have questions, you can put them in the comments and I will come back and answer them at the end. And if you're watching on replay, go ahead and ask your questions in the comments and I'll get notified and I'll come back and answer them for you. So our goal is to serve you. So let us start with number one. I feel like in the creative industries, you either have people on one end of a spectrum. Either they're like, I don't care what anybody thinks about me, I'm just doing my thing. Or you have the folks who want people to like them, like what they're doing, and they get hurt when people unsubscribe from their list, when people don't buy from them, when people don't respond well to their social media posts, when people don't respond at all to their social media posts. All of those things, we have our expectation that people are going to love our stuff as much as we do and that people will like us as people. And that's just not, it's not reasonable. It's not going to happen. And so we as business owners need to develop some thick skin around that. And we need to focus on serving our particular audience and not worrying about anybody else. So when you dial in your ideal customer and you build your niche, you'll be able to just focus on that and understand that part of owning a business is repelling people who are not your customer. And so when people unsubscribe or people don't purchase from you, it's okay. You don't need to take it personally. Just be authentic to yourself and to your brand and to your values. And those customers who are perfect for you will show up. So just remember that as you move on. I used to watch all of my unsubscribes and be like, why don't they like me? Or, people come and watch videos and they don't click like, or they don't comment, or they don't say anything. And I'm just like, am I just talking into the void? I don't know. But just know that the people who are there for you and the people who enjoy you will stick around, and the people who don't will just go. And that's okay. You don't need the negative voices bringing you down in your business. So that's number one. Not everyone will like you. And sort of piggybacking off of this, as you build your business, your neuroses, and everyone has them, will be challenged. Your insecurities are going to be brought out. Your fears are going to come to the surface. Just remember that the journey of being a business owner is about personal growth as well as being about building profit. So just recognize that your business is going to be a reflection of where you're at, and know that things that you need to work on are going to come to the surface. And so I think it's really great to have a community around you who can support you in that, some real authentic friendships. I think it's important to make authentic friendships in the industry where you can share your heartbreak and your struggles and your joys and your celebrations, and they're all bought in that with you. So I think it's really important. If you need to have a therapist or a business coach to help walk you through some of those things, reach out to them, because like I said, your neuroses will be challenged. You're going to be, questioning yourself. You're going to be overcoming fears, and all of those things take either super strong ego and personal integrity, or a really strong support system. So build that support system for yourself. If you want to come join us over at the Crochet Business Chat Facebook group, we would love to have you. If you want to join us in Are we back? It looked like I was buffering there for a second. So it looks like we're back. So good thing. All right, next, number 3. Going in a totally different direction. Tuck in your ends as if your product is going to a baby gorilla. Something I noticed when I first started, and especially when I was hiring contract crocheters, was that people will just, tuck an end underneath a couple of strands and clip it. And that's just not going to keep your project secure. And part of being a professional is ensuring the integrity of your products, ensuring the durability and the longevity of those products. And that means, I was going to say, being a badass at tucking ends. You've got to tuck your ends. And it's not just tucking ends. It means have beautiful tension, have your stitches have all the same tension. Really pay attention to the professionalism of everything that you do. If you're a designer, be sure that your PDFs look professional. They don't just look thrown together. Make sure they make sense. So all of these little um, professional tips and strategies that you use in your business really, really do make a difference. So invest the time in perfecting your craftsmanship, and pay attention to all of those finishing details, whether it's a physical product or a digital product. So that's number 3. Number 4 is something people often balk at, and that is you can't sell to everyone. So often when we first start a crochet business, we make the things we want to make, we bring them to a craft fair or a flea market or wherever we're going, a farmer's market or something, and we just put them on the table and we hope that people find something they want. Sorry, my microphone was across the room. Okay, so one of the really important things as you're building your business is to not attempt to appeal to everyone, because you'll become invisible to everyone. You're not Walmart. You're not, Big Lots, where you don't want to be Big Lots. You don't want to just have something for everyone in your booth, because people won't see you as special or something that stands out or something that really draws them in. So specializing will help you stand out in the marketplace, and people will see you as like the go-to person of your niche. So it's really important to define your target market and tailor your products and your marketing efforts to those ideal customers. And if you need help with that, I do have a worksheet for you, and I have actually two worksheets, one about defining your niche and one about identifying your ideal customer. And those links will be down in the description of this video, or if you're listening to the podcast, they will be in the show notes. So be sure to grab those so that you can get past this. I want to create something for everyone. So when they come in my booth, everyone will have something to buy. And the thing is, people will be overwhelmed by that. They won't know what you're about, and they won't see you as being special, high end, or worthy of those high prices, or worthy of the prices that you need to charge in order to make a profit. So remember that you can't sell to everyone. And then piggybacking off of that, no one is obligated to buy from you. A lot of people I see when they first start their business expect that their friends are going to come running to buy their things, that their family is going to come and buy their things. And they feel a sense of entitlement of, I started a business, you should be supporting me. And when we do that, we really set ourselves up for disappointment, and we set ourselves up for some strife in relationship with other people. It's really important to let other people have free will. If they want what you're offering, they will buy it. If they don't want what you're offering, don't try to force them to buy it, and don't have an expectation that someone is obligated to purchase from you, because that sense of entitlement is going to harm your relationships and it will harm your professional reputation. So just recognize that. Oftentimes in crochet Facebook groups, you'll see people talking about this sense of entitlement of, I'm really angry at my family because they're not sharing my social media posts, they're not commenting on things, they're not buying my stuff, and really understanding that if they don't fall into the category of your ideal customer, they probably don't want what you're selling in the first place. So they have no obligation to purchase from you. And I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings. I think it's something really important to learn, and it'll save you some heartache in the long run. And, everyone has had that experience of someone joining an MLM company or some sort of pyramid scheme. And the first thing they do is to go and try and extract money from their friends, right? They're trying to go to all of their friends, the people they knew in high school, the people they knew up growing up on the block, and calling them and trying to sit down with them and get them to buy into what they're doing. And that is a really quick way to break relationship. And so that's just kind of a larger picture of what people do in their small businesses when they expect their friends and family to buy from them, even when they're not their ideal customer. So when people do reach out to you and say, hey, what is it that you're doing in your business? What do you have to offer? Do you make this? Do you make that? Engage with them, be excited about talking to them about it, and show appreciation for their interest, but don't have that expectation that they're going to purchase from you. So I hope that helps. I just want to save you the heartache of broken relationships. You don't want your business to break your relationships. So, okay, almost halfway there. Number 6, know your why. So your why is, why are you doing this? Why are you starting a business in the first place? Why are you passionate about starting your business? And it's really important that as you look at that, a lot of people are like, I want to start my business so I can contribute to family finances. I want to start a business so I can save for vacation. I want to start a business so I can send my kids to extracurricular activities, those kinds of things. And recognize that that's very you focused, and that's okay. We need our business to benefit us, right? But I also want you to put in your why something about serving your customers, because while initially your business is going to be about your personal goals and about the lasting success that comes from business, in order to really make it last, it needs to be about service at some point. So customers can sense when your intentions in your business are self-centered, and they also sense when you are actually there to serve them, to find out what their pain points are, to find out what their struggles are, and to create products that make their lives better, to make their lives more joy-filled. So listen to your customers' needs, listen to their feedback, and create products for them that they will love and that serve their needs. And when you do that, you're going to be making more sales and more profits. Okay. And so, kind of on the back of that, when our business is all about us, when it's especially when it's about, I'm going to start my business because I need to pay my bills, we get into this space of desperate energy. So when you get this desperate energy about making sales, when you post that you have something new for sale on social media and your anxiety levels raise, you can feel your heart pumping, the adrenaline running, and you're like, I need someone to buy this. I need someone to buy this. I really want someone to buy this. A, because it will acknowledge my worth as a maker, and B, because it'll help me pay my bills, and I'm really desperate for those funds. When you have that desperate energy and when you bring that anxiousness to your social media posts, to your in-person events, and those kinds of things, people can feel it and it repels them. So when they're feeling that you're like, please buy this thing, buy this thing, buy this thing, give me your money, they're going to be like, whoa, 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 like, don't chase me down at the craft fair to try and buy this thing. Don't try to convince me that I need to give you money for this thing. All of that is going to drive customers away. So it's confidence that attracts and it's desperation repels. So I want you to cultivate a positive mindset and trust in your own value so that when I share something, I share it because I believe in it. I share it because I know the benefits of that, and I can share those benefits with people without having that desperate energy around it. And then I want you to set realistic goals. Don't be that person who starts an Etsy shop and 2 days later starts complaining on Facebook that you don't have a sale yet. That's a desperate energy. That's an unrealistic expectation about your business. It's a lack of understanding of how online businesses work, right? So set those realistic expectations of like, I'll put things out there, but then I have to do the work of marketing. Then I have to understand search engine optimization. I have to get things in front of more eyes. The more people who see it, the more likely someone will make a purchase. So put all of that anxious energy behind marketing in a way that is confident and informative and chill. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And celebrate those small victories, because celebrating little victories rewires your brain to have a sort of expectation of success, and it really builds your confidence so that you don't bring that desperate energy to your business. Which leads into stepping into your role as CEO of your business. So often people call their crochet business or their fiber-based business just a crochet business or my little business, right? So we minimize it to ourselves. The language we use is really important. When you say, I have this little crochet business, people will be like, oh, it's little, whatever. Instead of recognizing you are a leader, you are CEO of a business. And how would any other CEO talk about their business, right? They talk it up, right? They tell people how great it is. They tell people how good their products are. Say like, oh, I'm a fashion designer and I design crochet garments for plus size women, and I just love it. I love when people make my designs and they put on their sweaters and they feel beautiful. And if you know anybody who loves to crochet and they're plus size as well, like send them my way. I would love to help them learn how to make garments for themselves so they can fill their closets with their own handmade sweaters or whatever. Like talk about it. Bring your love for your work into the way you talk about your business rather than minimizing the importance of the work that you're doing or minimizing what you're actually doing. Don't downplay your role, and don't defer decisions about your business to other people. Asking, how much should I charge for this? What would you charge for this? What colors should I use? What, just like relinquishing your power as a business owner to random people. I talk about this a lot, to random people in Facebook groups, rather than saying, I'm the business owner. I know what's best for me. I know my ideal customer. I know what they want because I've done the market research. If you don't know what they want, do the market research, right? Step into that really powerful role of decision maker, business owner, CEO. Invest in learning and developing leadership skills. Invest in really learning about your customers so that you can step into that confident place as a business owner. Anytime you feel yourself stepping back, feeling small, letting yourself be invisible in your business and relinquishing your power as a business owner, check that. So check it every day. How do I feel about being a business owner? How am I feeling about my decisions? And again, surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up and build you up in those areas. I hope that makes sense. It's really important. Okay, next is consistency over perfection. So striving for perfection is going to lead to procrastination. It's going to lead to stuckness. It's going to lead to disappointment. And it's going to sabotage ultimately your success. And yes, like I said, we want to be professional. We want to perfect our skills. We want our skills to be high level skills. But if you are constantly focusing on perfection, if I have to use the right word, I have to get the exact right name for this product or this pattern. I have to have my website perfect before I launch something. If my product descriptions aren't perfect, I'm not going to launch the product yet. My photos have to be perfect. Ultimately, you'll always find an imperfection, because that's what we do to keep ourselves safe, is we find an imperfection and then say, well, then I can't do it, right? So overcome that sense of perfectionism and step into consistency, right? Consistent action yields those better results over time. So sometimes good enough is better than striving for perfection. So, today for me is an example of that. I'm not feeling well. We had company over the weekend. They just left. My husband is like obsessed with putting up all the Christmas decorations today. There's a lot going on around the house. I probably needed a couple, 3 hours more sleep. I could have said, I'm not doing the podcast today because I'm tired and sick. But instead, I said, no, I have committed to consistency in my business. And if I stumble over my words, if I say too much, if I have this weird nasally voice thing going on, our water went out yesterday, so I haven't washed my hair today or in the last couple of days. So there's a lot of things I could have used as reasons not to be here today. But because I've put an importance on consistency, I'm here and I'm doing it, even if it's not perfect. I hope it's good enough, though, because I think these are important things. So when things are important enough to you, you can be consistent without being perfect. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. All right, number 10. Build a community and not just a customer base. So often people will start a Facebook group or a crochet along group or something like that as a customer base because they want to sell to them. And that goes back to that whole idea about where was it? Serving your customers, right? We don't want to treat everyone as simply an ATM machine. We don't want everyone to feel like the only reason we are showing them things or talking to them on social media is because we see them as a wallet that we can extract money from. It's really important to foster a sense of community in order to build loyal advocates for your brand, but also to give your brand a sense of purpose and a sense of importance rather than simply, this random brand I buy things from them, but I don't really care about them and they don't care about me. The world needs more people caring about actual people, and you can be the start of that by building a community inside of your business. So, um, people are craving attention, they're craving connection, they're craving belonging. Even though more and more people are staying inside their home, they're not leaving home, they're not going out as much as they used to, they're still craving that connection. And you can provide that inside of your business community by fostering um, interaction, by asking questions, by engaging with people, by seeing people, by asking them what are their struggles and their pain points, and creating products to serve them in that way. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, 2 more. So number 11 is there's no finish line in business. So we are often striving towards goals, and some people see those goals as, when I finally reach this goal, I will feel fulfilled. When I finally reach this goal, I will be done in my business. And a lot of people are definitely, um, task-oriented people who are focused on the end game. But in business, there's really no end game. And we need to recognize that it's a journey, it's a personal growth journey, it's a business growth journey, and there's no real destination. It's not a race to a single end. There's no like we break the tape and yay, we celebrate. You can create those what you can create goals for yourself if you're motivated by those things, creating goals in your business so that you can break the tape and celebrate for yourself. That's great. But recognizing that instead of chasing an endpoint, you're really trying to build something that's sustainable and fulfilling, that evolves with you. So it's going to grow and change over time. And recognizing that, embracing that journey, setting goals, taking care of yourself in the process, and really enjoying being in the present. So you're not always trying to reach for that elusive, once I get there, I'll be okay place, because that's never really going to happen. We're always like moving the end goal. Is that the right? Moving the goalposts in business. So recognizing that as well, and not getting defeated when you're like, well, I've reached that goal, but I'm still not feeling the way I hoped I'd feel. It's part of human nature that's kind of what we do. So enjoy that journey part of it. And then finally, our last tip is no one can read your mind. This is as a therapist, I see this a lot in relationships. People expect that people in their relationship can read their mind and know, like, oh, I wanted you to do the dishes, but I didn't ask you because you should just know. Same thing in business. I wanted you to like this video and you didn't do it. And now I'm mad at you. But I never asked you to like the video. I never asked you to subscribe. I never asked you to buy the thing. And people don't know what the next step is if you don't ask them, if you don't tell them what next step to take, right? So as you're, writing your social media posts, as you're writing your email newsletters, make it easy for people to know, what am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to click over here? Am I supposed to buy this thing? Am I supposed to like this picture? Am I supposed to comment on this post? Be very clear about your call to action. If you're writing a blog post, put your calls to action in clickable buttons. Or if you're doing it on your newsletter, make them visual, make them compelling, get people to click the thing and do the thing, right? You can even test and adjust your calls to action over time. Send out A/B testing with your newsletter, or A/B testing on your listings that you make to see what call to action work best with your audience. Here's an example. Like this video. Subscribe for more crochet business tips and even save it to your account and create your own crochet business tips playlist inside your YouTube account so you can always come back and find the crochet business tips that you're looking for. So like, subscribe, and save this video. When you subscribe and you see the little bell, click on the bell and you'll get notifications every time we go live, right? That's an example of a call to action. Well, yes, I do want you to do those things. I put that here as an example to you. And you will do this on all of your posts, on all of your newsletters, on all of your social media posts, all of that, so that people know what to do. So a couple more things that you could do is you could grab your free Find Your Niche and Ideal Customer worksheets. The links are in the description of this video or in the podcast show notes. Or you could register for my 7 Secrets Profit-Making Crochetpreneurs Know masterclass, which is a free masterclass. It's about 75 minutes long, and it tells you all about my story as a business owner. It tells you secrets beyond these that you may not have known and that the people who are making profits do know. And also I'll share with you a little bit about kind of next steps you could take in working with Crochetpreneur to make more money in your own crochet business, whether you're a product seller, a service provider, or a designer. So those links are all in those same places down in the description and in the show notes or in the blog posts. And that is it for today. I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. Let me pop over to the comments, see who's here. Michelle and Kim and Emerson's Crochet. Hello there. Happy to see you all here. Does anybody have any questions or any of your own tips that you would give to somebody who is starting a crochet business and tips that they're not just going to see in any sort of list of things you should know as you start a crochet business? This is the nitty-gritty, true behind the scenes you need to know. Stop being desperate. Stop expecting people to know what you want from them and start serving your customers. Those are like my biggest tips. I don't see any questions today. Next week, I will be back with another episode. I couldn't tell you what it's about, but it's going to be fun. So I'll be back next Monday, same time, same place, to answer your crochet business questions. And I'm so happy to have you here. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will come back and answer them for you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful sales, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Oops, wait, we have a question. I'm new to pattern writing. How would I go about getting people to test my patterns? There is a pattern testing Facebook group on Facebook. So look up pattern testing, join the Facebook group, read their rules, read the instructions, and you should be able to find some people there. I would ask inside your own Facebook community if you have a group. Those will be probably your best testers. And there's also a website called Yarn Pond where you can pay people to be testers. And so those are some options, but my first places to go would be your own Facebook community or the Crochet Pattern Testers Facebook community. Those are great places to get help. All right. All right, gang. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later.